Hi, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to build strong Pokemon using effort values or EVs in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. EVs improve your Pokemon by increasing their attack, defense, speed and HP stats. The more EVs your Pokemon has, the more its stats will be increased, and your Pokemon will be stronger in battles. There are different ways to gain EVs for your Pokemon, which I'm going to explain in more detail. EVs are gained whenever you defeat or catch a Pokemon. Remember though, you won't get EVs using the Let's Go feature. Items found within the game can also be used to increase a Pokemon's stats, and these let you decide which ones get boosted. I have fun making these videos, I hope you enjoy them too. If you do, please hit the like or the subscribe button to help my channel. First, let's see how to check your Pokemon's EVs. Go to Check Summary. Then along to Moves and Stats. This view shows your Pokemon's overall stats with all factors considered. So that includes your Pokemon's base stats, its IVs, EVs and nature adjustments. The closer each point is to the outside, the better that stat is. So at a glance, you can see where your Pokemon has strengths and weaknesses. Here you can see this Great Tusk is strong in HP, attack and defense. When you press L, you will see your Pokemon's base stats, and separately, what EVs your Pokemon has. This is your Pokemon's original base stats. It does not include any adjustments for hyper training IVs. The second yellow hexagon shows your Pokemon's EVs. When you first catch a wild Pokemon, it will have no EVs, and this small hexagon is what you will see. Each Pokemon can have a total of 510 EVs spread across all of its stats, and any single stat can receive a maximum of 252. So since every stat cannot be given the maximum 252 EVs, you'll need to decide which stats to focus on and where to put the EVs. If you saw my step-by-step guide to IVs, you might remember this Great Tusk that I am training. I've already hyper-trained it to have perfect IVs, so now it's time to add some EVs. Getting EVs by battling wild Pokemon can be slow, and you need to battle the right Pokemon for the EVs you want to add, which I'll cover in a future video. Different items within the game can be used to add or reduce EVs. I want to choose which stats are increased, so I'm going to use items to put the EVs where I want them. Vitamins add 10 EVs to a stat. They can be found randomly in the wild or bought from Chancy Supplies shops for 10,000 Pokédollars each. Which stat is increased depends on the vitamin you use. For example, a protein vitamin will add 10 EVs to your Pokemon's attack. Similar to vitamins are mochi, which also add 10 EVs and are free. If you have the Teal Mask DLC, the Augur Ousting minigame gives them as rewards. Another item is feathers. These can be picked up as you travel around. One feather will add 1 EV. And again, the type of feather determines which stat is increased. If a Pokemon stat has no EVs, you will need 25 vitamins or mochi and 2 feathers to max out one stat with 252 EVs. Here I'm using 25 HP ups, which costs 250,000 Pokédollars, and 2 health feathers to max out the HP stat. With the EVs, the HP has increased from 371 to 434. You can see how it affects the EV hexagon. When you see these sparkles, that means that stat has the max 252 EVs. If you don't have feathers, you can use 26 vitamins instead, but it will still only have 252 EVs and will cost you 260,000 Pokédollars to buy. I'm using 26 proteins here to max out my attack. With the EVs, my attack has increased from 298 to 361. You can see now the sparkles are telling me I have max EVs in HP and attack. With perfect IVs and max EVs, that is the best stats you can give your Pokemon. There is still 6 EVs you can assign, so I'm going to give them to Special Defense. The last 6 EVs will boost the stat by 1, although you actually only need 4 EVs to do this, which is a bit odd. I like to assign the final 6 EVs, as when you check your EVs, you can see this background has changed to blue. This means your Pokemon has the maximum 510 EVs assigned. The final thing you can do is give your Pokemon a mint to boost one of its stats further, although it's at the expense of another. Sometimes if you have been battling Pokemon, you might have EVs in stats you don't want them to have. So you need a way to remove EVs as well. One way is to try and win a fresh start mochi from Augural Sting, which will remove all EVs from all stats. The other way is to do it with berries. Certain berries remove EVs from a stat. One berry will remove 10 EVs. So you'll need 26 berries to remove all the EVs from a maxed out stat. If you're not sure how many EVs are in a stat, I would recommend giving your Pokemon one berry at a time so you don't waste them. It will tell you once you have removed all the EVs. Berries can be found on your travels around Paldea, but you can also find large numbers available in the Porto Marinada auctions. The berries they have available are nearly always EV reducing ones. Keep checking each day and you'll quickly be able to build a stockpile for when you need them. And that's EVs. So with these guides, you should now be able to build competitive battle Pokemon, or ones that can solo 6 and 7 star raids. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.